Nasdaq's a tricky trader, beware the fall. Technical tools may help, but watch your wall. Hirami candles flicker, inversions come and go. Protect your cash, don't let it all blow. Nasdaq's a nasty girl, don't go full port. She takes your cash in a flash, be careful with your heart. The opening range trade still bangs, but stay alert. Methodical man prefers inversions, get your cash and protect yours. Market warning, listen close and heed. Daily payouts can fool, but they're not what they seem. Be resilient, don't give up, keep your guard tight. Trading isn't for the weak, so stay in the fight. Inversions rise, Hirami fall. Stay cautious, don't let your capital stall. Nasdaq's a nasty girl, don't go full port. She takes her cash in a flash, be careful with your heart. The opening range trade still bangs, but stay alert. Methodical man prefers inversions, get your cash and protect yours.
All right, here we go. Good afternoon. Let's see here. Let's get this stuff turned off. What up, Kamal? How you doing? It's going to be no camera tonight because I'm having issues trying to get both to work. So there's going to be no camera. Kind of first thing tonight. I'm going to be doing things a little differently this evening than I normally do. Because we're live on both. What up, son of Wall Street? Wesley, what's my bias? I haven't really kind of looked into it yet. I'm about to take a peek. I mean, obviously bullish. Overall bullish, but maybe looking for like a pullback to get long. Most likely. All right. I think I got everything set up. New week, let's get it. That's right. I think I have everything set up to how I want it to be. So the only thing I didn't do is I wanted to pay for some accounts that I had passed, and I did not do that. Just trying to get that done while maybe we can get it done before the night's over, and we can get those paid for here. Let's see. Follow for a follow, guys. If you follow me over there on TikTok, I'll follow you back. What up, Coach Fred? We are streaming on TikTok. If you guys want to watch over there, you can. But probably a better experience over here on YouTube, to be honest. Probably a better experience. Gonna get a few things pulled up here. Hit that like button on your way in. I do appreciate you. I'll post the link to the YouTube there in the chat. I was gonna try to pin it, but I guess it won't let me. Let's go, Coach Fred. You the man. Funded Ticks. What up, Manny Matt? I probably have to do it from this other one, huh? Oh, it didn't even let me post the link. Huh. All right, it may not let me. That's all right. That'll be all right. What up, Mr. Giant? Mo in the house. Kind of see what happens here at 6. Maybe we gap up. Maybe we don't. I don't really know. I'm going to be trading an eval here for the most part. I will be taking some funded trades, but, you know, Waiting to see any Black Friday shopping chaos? I don't know. I didn't see any. What up, iTrade? I avoided all that. What was the name? Let's see. Got about a few seconds here. Thousands of TVs. I had a good weekend, Alexa. Yeah, I enjoyed the game. The Hawks won, so Jason didn't enjoy it all that much, but he was rooting for the not the Hawks. So, not the Hawks. All right, 8 seconds, guys. Let's see what happens here at open. Do I use Bookmap? Not really. Nice ripper right there at open. Let me make sure I'm on micros here. Micros, right account, micros. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I don't really use Bookmap, but I do like Bookmap. I think it's all right. A little gap up there. Push up into the fives. Alexi, my camera's not working right. I'm on TikTok as well as YouTube, so like the camera's not working right. Just not working correctly. It is what it is. Pull back into the 500s here. We could that 500 level. We could take a stab there. No, I actually have a good camera, but I have two cameras and it's just not working. We're gonna be making money. We ain't blowing nothing up. Lost penny. Definitely not blowing anything up. Or at least that's not the that's not what we want to be doing. 30 seconds left on this candle. You have to look at silver. We had a nice push up the end of day Friday, or whatever day it was. Was it Friday? I guess it was Friday. I keep forgetting, you know. You have a camera, the name is Peeping Tom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we may stab here. Let's see. So I'm going to stab long. I'm going to take one off there. I went 2 micros here. So took one off at 510. It popped really quickly there. Well, we took one off at 10. And we're going to see if we can get the other to run here back up through the highs. Throw the sell limit on there. And a nice clean rip right back through the 10s. A Hungarian camera. Oh, you got a good feel? 50 points? Let's go. Manny Matt, is that your $50? Did you lock it in? $50. I did not lock in the $50. I have not taken a funded trade yet. I may or may not show you the funded trades. I don't know. All right, Matty Matt just posted it. Let's go. $100, Matty Matt. Stepping it up. Stepping it up. Let's go. How many micros are you taking that opening trade with, Matty Matt? Too high for you to buy on the Nasdaq. You need to return below the 60 MA. Yeah. I'm waiting to lost penny. Like I normally would like a touch of the 21 EMA down here at the 460s. So I'm in a bit on the high side as well, but we'll see what happens. Let me double check my audio on TikTok. Yeah, it sounds like it's working. But this is just on an eval. $1,500, absolute degen. Let's go, Coach Fred. Nice job. An absolute degen at the open, he says. Yeah, you did one trade, but how many mics did you take, though? Are you taking like 5 mics? 3 mics? Oh, I forgot I was doing something here. I want to see. That's not what I wanted. Didn't quite get back to the 21 EMA like I wanted. I was going to add down there. Oh, 1 micro. Let's go. Nice job. Nice job. We're holding the 6 EMA on the 5 minute. Good to know. Good to know. What? What are you talking about? There's Maxi. Yeah, mine was too, but I had the nerve to do it on the funded accounts. Can't complain about instant TP though. Cannot complain about instant TP. If you guys are following me over there, if you're watching on TikTok, I will give you a follow for a follow there. Where's my, let's see. Trying to work on things here, make sure nothing's doing. There we go. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Excellent place to take short. Yeah, I mean, I'm not shorting, but at least not right now. And still looking for a test of the 21 EMA on the 2-minute chart. It's down there at the 460s. We'll see kind of what we get. What up, Andy? Do I have anything to give away? I don't know if I have anything to give away today, guys. I don't know if I have any accounts to give away. Let's see. We shall see. Kind of building out a bit of a bull flag here. I'm long over here for 498.50 for those of you on TikTok. I don't know how clear that is, but that's where we're long from. Dun, 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 dun. Finally got 20 Apex paid accounts. Let's go. Nice job. I'm thinking, I mean, I maybe should have added here, but I'm thinking that I would like one more sweep lower, and then I'll add. Trade day end of day is better than the Flex Lucid? Yes. I would put trade day above Lucid slightly. Long bias, Wesley. John, we're looking for longs. We're in a long right now from 498. I think Lucid's very good, but I would put trade day slightly above them. Just because trade day is a mirror image of Take Profit Trader and you get the daily payouts and just a few, but you know, very similar price. Gonna kill the smaller ones as you get the bigger ones? Yeah. Probably of sound mind there. Do I want to... I'm going to add one here for this pushback through 500. Just going to look for 10 points. Kind of averaging in as we go. See if we get a quick squeeze. A little bit of a quick squeeze here. Right back through that 500 level. I do think that we can squeeze into that 10 area again. I might actually move this up to like 10. On a 5-minute time frame is the 64 EMA. On the 15-minute time frame, the 21 EMA. Nice. Yeah, I use the 21, the 50, and the 9 personally. The white is the 50, the red is the 21, and the blue is the 9. if you're wondering. Max barking for you guys. He's jumping in there barking. He said, let me get the bark going for you guys one time. But I am a long bias up into the 600s. It's kind of where I think we're going. I don't know whether we get there like this evening or not. But tomorrow, I think we push into the 6s. We'll see. We are just in 2 micros here. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I forgot I was going to. Just looking at some stuff. Let me pull over here and see. I'm going to restart the stream over here on TikTok once we get to 26 minutes. So this is evals right here. Only full port count. Sorry, Marcine, to disappoint. Streaming huge. A lot of selling pressure is the reason why I'm short bias. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, I could see the pullbacks as well. The thing is like this time of the evening, typically you're safe to go either direction, to be honest. Typically you're pretty safe to go either way. You know, it can push, it's gonna push and pull, and you know, you're probably okay either way. At least that's, you know, kind of what my experience has been the last few weeks. That's my experience. A little bit of a pullback. Let's see if we can get the push. Yeah, Mo, usually until about, you know, midnight, 1 o'clock. Usually you can be fairly safe with it. Yeah, I mean, Lost Penny, you can have a short bias. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying I'm right. What I am saying that it can work both directions on a night like this, on a morning or an evening, not a morning, but you get what I'm saying. Both can be winners. Both can be winners. If we can at least go ahead and start getting a little squeeze here up into the 10s, I feel a little bit better about it. I think if we get above 500 level here, we squeeze into the 10. And I'm really just trying to hold a runner. Like I added to this position, but I'm really just trying to hold a runner for this move, for the squeeze if we get it. Trying to be present, involved. So... oh, man, come on. You see a red day tomorrow, maybe I trade. It's like I don't try to predict it, right? I'm in a long, yes, Blads. I don't try to predict it. I just let it play out and kind of react to it. That's what I usually do. You have a plan in the market, prepare and get punched 3 times in the face. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's kind of what I do. Is like I just try to go with the trend until some sort of major area gets broken. So until the market tells me otherwise, right? So now I will say we do have interest lower. We do have interest lower. We have a gap that wasn't filled down into 300s, but at this point it's 200 points below us. So we do have some interest lower. I could see that eventually at some point. But yeah, Blads, I'm long from 496.75 2 micros. Kind of targeting the 510 area and then the opening print up there at 540s. We'll see what happens. That's all we got to do is just show some patience. Show a little patience. Squeeze it. All right, guys, over there on TikTok, I'm going to go ahead and end it because we're across the whatever 20 plus minutes. And I'm going to restart it again right away. So I'm going to end it and restart it as soon as I can. As soon as I can figure out how to end it. All right, be right back. All right, we ended the live on TikTok. How do I get back in there? Just going to jump right back in there and get back live again. They make you do this thing where you have to stream live for like 3 25-minute sessions to unlock all the features. So, hey, well, I heard a beep, but it didn't feel me. All right, we're live over here again. It's so funny how like Quantire's been beeping when you get near the target, but it's still. Oh, that's loud. But it still doesn't feel you. Like right there, it just kind of tickled me, but it didn't feel me. It breathed on it, if you will. That's all it did. And it just beeped again, and it still didn't feel me. Look at there. Finally, it filled me. Let's go. Finally getting filled. Getting a little squeeze going here. I mean, as far as break even goes, target's up there 542. I could put it in here, but I don't know. I don't really see a point in it. So we're up 40. We've closed $42 in profit so far. Closed $42. Let me get, where's my, trying to find my ES chart. All right. I don't really have the Mancini levels marked out on my chart, to be honest with you, but it'll be all right. What up, Eric? What up, Eric? $42 means a giveaway. Of course, it will be rigged. What kind of giveaway are we talking? I don't really have anything right now. I'm not replenished until tomorrow. That's when I'm replenished, tomorrow. Yeah, I had a good Thanksgiving, Eric. Really good Thanksgiving. We had a good time. She's a runner, guys. She's a runner. Look at this thing go. So we've taken off. We started with 2. We took 1 off. We pulled back. We added. We took a 2nd off. And now we're just down to a runner here. Looking for the opening print, the run through the opening print. That's what we're looking for. We'll see what happens. So we'll see here. Any details about the new Tradeify everyday payout plans? Not really. I haven't seen any details on it. But I do know tomorrow the trade day accounts will be 40% off. Trade day. I haven't looked into the Tradeify stuff yet. I haven't seen any posts about it, really. I haven't seen any posts about it. Today is the last day for the Bulanox 85% off as well, if you're interested in doing that. Today is the last day. Use code MM, as always, to support the channel. Appreciate you. Use code MM for all your prop firm needs. We'll be looking for a funded trade here soon. Like, I could have taken this. I would have taken it had it pulled back into the 21 EMA on the 2-minute chart there. However, it did not. So, for that reason, I did not jump in. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with taking it on eval, but, you know, across all the fundeds, couldn't do it. The Buleys you have will be the last one because of the Project X exit. Yeah. There is a rumor that they will increase the price and give 40% discount. Yeah, I heard Mad Moxie was asking me about that, but I don't think that's the case, but I could be wrong. I don't think that's the case. Because, like, that would defeat the purpose of a 40% off deal, right? So I don't really think that's going to happen. I think their verbiage in that post that they had, or, you know, what they sent out is just wrong, in my opinion. But I could be wrong there. I could be wrong. And remember, guys, when you buy a trade day account, you got to delete their code and put my code in. They're a little bit tricky with that stuff. They already have their code in there, and that does not help me at all. So be sure when you do purchase an account from them, you delete that code. Yeah, so the current price is $69 for a 50K intraday trailing account. At 30% off. So that makes, like, I get what you're saying, Alexi, but, like, think about it from the perspective of, even if they raise the price, like, why would 40% be 75? Like, why would it still not, it would still be more expensive, you know, than the current price. So it doesn't make any sense. So I think there's just some incorrect verbiage in that post, but we won't know until tomorrow, 9 a.m. I think that it goes live, and we'll be able to, then we'll know, right? Then we'll know what the actual cost is. So, but until then, we'll just wait and see. I don't think they'll do that, but we'll see. Now we're getting some expansion. Let's go. Let's hit the target, guys. Let's hit the target. 20 more points is nothing for the old nasty girl. What up, Francis? Bought some flex with code MM. You demand. You demand. You demand. I'm probably going to front run the high just a little bit because Nasdaq likes to be a little nasty girl sometimes. She likes to be a little tricky. So I'm going to take the 540. That'll still be a 44-point trade. Let's go. Not on the fundeds, but, you know, hey. Good enough. Good enough. I will let you know when I enter the trade on the fundeds. Gets to be a little tricky. No, I don't think so, Lexi. I really don't. You're waiting for the test of the previous high? Yeah, that would be smart, Lost Penny. I don't think that's a horrible idea. You know, kind of my thought process would be something like this. Sweep of the high, pull back into the 21 EMA, probably going to be around that 500 level. That could be an area where I might look for a little funded long, something like that. That could be a possibility. But I want to see us make a new high to kind of give me the confidence to feel like that it's going to continue the trend of higher highs, higher lows, and just go higher. We'll see. So if it fails to make a new high here, then that would be of some concern. Any thoughts on Meta? Adam, I really don't look at Meta all that much, to be honest with you. I don't look at stocks all that much, even the Mag 7. I kind of just, I don't know. Maybe it's something I could watch, but I just don't. So to be honest, I don't really have any thoughts on it. I like just looking at the one chart that I have to look at and kind of just going from there. So I couldn't really give you any advice or any insight that would be helpful when it comes to Meta. Although I do like the glasses, the Meta glasses. I need me some of those for when I go play poker. Maybe I could record incognito. I don't know. Can we record incognito with those? Nobody knowing? At the table? Obviously, they know they're Meta glasses, but I don't know if they can tell that they're on or not. Or if you're recording. See, here we're pulling back. We're testing the 9 here. You got the 21 sitting down there at the 491s. Like, but again, we didn't make a new high there. I mean, I guess theoretically speaking, if I think it's going to the high, what's the point? You know, I could just go ahead and take it. But the problem is, I think the ES swept the high. Wait, did it? Yeah, ES swept that opening print high and Nasdaq did not. So there is an SMT here. Although I don't think it holds. But, you know, we do need to kind of be aware of it. I mean, this thing could pull back into like the 465s, 470s, maybe sweep those wicks down there before it tries to go higher. Who knows? Who knows? I know this time of night you just have to be patient. You know, you have to be patient. Have some patience. Start with smaller size. Nothing wrong with that. And just be patient. We could get a 21 EMA test here. I don't know. This could be a long opportunity for us. I'll have to decide. We can either add here to this position or I can enter on my fundeds. So those are the options. If you guys are new here, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. It does help the channel. If you're on TikTok, shoot me a follow. After the stream, I will follow everybody back. Follow for a follow. I'll give you a follow back. I promise. I promise this. All right, let's see what happens here. I might add right here at the previous day close level, kind of that. Again, we're testing that 21 EMA. Let's see here. Might add one more here. All right, I'm gonna add one more there, and we'll take it off at like the 500 level. Retest of the 500, we'll take that off. Really, the failure to make a new high there is a little concerning. I don't know. I was thinking that we might sweep these wicks. I might have got in a little too heavy, a little too quick there, but we'll see what happens. Let's see if we get a little squeezy poo here. A little squeezy poo. Pine is selling. I am buying. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, it's okay. That's all right. He's selling, well, I don't have the 5-minute chart up. I was wondering if there was like an inside bar or something. You know, that's Pine's thing there. That's Pine's thing. I don't have Pine pulled up, so I'm not sure what he's doing. Normally I have him on the TV, but I had took my Fire Stick over to Crystal's house for Thanksgiving, and I forgot it. So I don't have the TV on. I forgot it. You still thinking of how to handle all the accounts? Take it slow. There's nothing wrong with going slow. What I may do is I may just try to get out of this position, and like, I think that's what I'm going to do here. Just try to get out and maybe look for a better spot to re-enter. $20 points, $200. Let's go, Lost Penny. Nice job. So you jumped in a little early there. I mean, that was a good reaction to the downside, right? Kind of the 50% of that wick. Nice job. He is pulling back into that 68.53 area right now. Kind of an area where we could have a bounce. Support sitting down there at the 51s. So, where do you guys have your VWAP at? My VWAP's not showing up, and I don't know why it does that, but it does sometimes at night where it does not show up. Oh, you don't like copy trading? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to add one here. I think ES is kind of approaching that level that I think we can bounce from. Just going to try to work my way out of this here a little bit. We're at the 50 EMA there on the 2-minute chart. Let's see if we get that push right back into that whole number area. Can she hold and squeeze? We shall see. You have 30 accounts now? Dang. Nice. Spend more time looking at the wick on the 1 hour time frame for 30 minutes time frame. Yeah, make sure. I mean, like, hey, whatever. If that's working for you, that's awesome, right? I mean, that's all you need. You found something that's working for you. That's amazing. Yeah, still did not test that 50 directly there. Pulled back to like the 51. Little, I think 51.50. Kind of needs to hold that area. We might want to get one more kind of test of it before it kind of pushes back up. Might find futures need better sales. They came out with 30% off the Pro, Francis. That's their Cyber Monday sale. 30% off the Pro account. We're at the 16 EMA on the 5-minute. We are below the 16. For us to go long, we have to have another opening candle above. Yeah, we'll see. I don't use the 16 EMA, but it is interesting. I don't have any EMAs on the 5-minute candle or the 5-minute chart. I don't know why. I don't have gold pulled up, Alexi. I've got because I had to eliminate a couple of things this evening because I'm doing the TikTok stream too. So I had to eliminate a couple of things off my charts. I really need another monitor just to have those things up off to the side. So use the 4 and the 21. Yeah, it's always interesting to hear the different EMAs that people use. You know, I like the 200, the 50, and the 21, and the 9. That's typically what I go with. But there's no right or wrong, right? Whatever makes you successful, that's all that matters. That is all that matters. All right, guys, I'm going to jump in long here on the funded. I'm going to look for a retest of like that 90 area. I like how we're kind of basing here on this pullback, looking like we're going to bounce, retest the 90. We got a 2-minute fair value gap up there, 85s. So 1-minute gap sitting up there at the 82. So let's see if we can squeeze back up into that 90 level or not. Just starting off here with a micro. I mean, we'll add to it if it pulls back any more here. You read a survey on the 1-minute time frame, it's not sustainable. Traders long-term 90% failure. I don't know. I've been using the 1-minute forever, ever since I started. I just kind of went to the 2-minute just for a little. don't even know what the word is, just for it to be a little bit clearer. But yeah, the 1 minute, I mean, it can definitely trap you, but it definitely can. Yes, approaching the 50 level there. Let's see here. It's about to touch it. There it is. Touching the 50. Let's see if we bounce from there. Nasdaq also at the 50 level. This thing is just continuing to pull back here. Short around the EMA didn't like the inability to bounce back up. Yeah. Want to see a close back above 66 here. Did add right there off the 50. I forgot to add over here though. I was paying attention to my funded accounts. Now I'm kind of looking for that pushback into the 80 level here to get out of this. Won't make that much money, but about $40, I think. We'll make some if it can push back into the 80 level here. Should have just waited for the ES to hit that 50. I should have just added right there. I don't know why I didn't. If ES loses that 50 level, I mean, that could be of some concern there. Next level down is kind of like 45s. So kind of retesting it there. What a bad scalper. So testing that 50 level there on the ES again. I'm going to add on this one over here. Used to have Lucid with Project X. Now it just says buy one with Trading and Trade of 8. Yeah, they don't sell Project X anymore. I don't think anywhere does. I like the Lucid Flex. I haven't looked at the actual pricing of it yet to know a ton about it, but I do like it. I do know they had a good sale on it. 50K, $78. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. All right, let's get this thing back above the 65s here and get a little squeeze into the 70s. Squeeze it up into the 75 area here. Yes, pushed back up there, closed back above 51. Hey, nice job, Lost Penny. Let's go. You got to wait for the next 1 hour candle. Take your time, trade it the way you know what makes you successful. So we got about 13 minutes till the top of the hour here. 3 minutes until we kind of hit that macro time there. See if we get a little squeeze here. I'd like to get out of this trade, to be honest, before the top of the hour. I've added a couple of more times. I need to squeeze back into like the 75 area to do it. This trade is annoying me. I knew I should have waited for us to make a new high there, and I didn't. But we're going to be patient with it. Gonna be patient. I think it'll bounce eventually. Yes, back above 51 here. I like that. Come on, let's squeeze it. Hold that 51 and just squeeze right through there. Retest that 85 area up there. Rebalance that gap on the 2 minute would be nice. Let's give us a little bounce. We don't need much. 15 points here. 20 points, I guess. It's nothing for the old Nasdaq. That's nothing for the old Nasdaq. New 5-minute candle coming up here in about 45 seconds. Hey, Kuran Versus. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You demand. Let's go. All right, got that new candle coming up here in about 30 seconds. Let's see if it can push. Like I said, I'm liking the reclaim on the ES here. I think that gets us going. The reclaim, here's the new 5-minute candle. Let's see what happens. Come on, squeeze it 15 more points. Took a short at 509. Let's go. Nice job, Jeff. You're looking for 400. I don't think it's bad. Better than my position, that's for sure. That is for sure. Let's rebalance that 85 area here. Should be able to squeeze into that spot. It's got to get back above that 50 and 9 EMA there on the 2 minute. This is where I struggle a little bit on the fundeds because, like, it's back to my entry. I struggle to hold it for the target, even during this time of night. Come on, push it through there. One spike, just one wick right through there. You can do it. Of course, it's fighting the 21 EMA there. That next push through there should get it, though. Yeah, wick through there right quick. Testing my patience here. You're holding micros right now? Yeah. Minis you definitely would be in and out, but the problem is, you know, if it goes against you, it's hard to kind of hold it. New 5-minute candle here in another minute and 50 seconds, and then the top of the hour there. Hit that 21 EMA there and just pulled back. A little bit of an annoyance there. I was in the green on my fundeds there for, I don't know, 40 bucks. I could have probably taken it off, but then I would be kicking myself when it hits the target. So I'm bullish, Jeff, right now, but, you know, obviously I'm in a long, so that's why. I'm in a long. Just got to display a little more patience here. A little more patience. That's a good candle there. New 5-minute candle opening up in about 20 seconds. Let's just rip it right through the 75. I'm going to leave a runner on over here on the eval, but not on the funded. What up, Tony? There's the new 5-minute candle. Rip it. Let's rip it through there. Come on. Let's go. Took me out. Perfect. I love it. Got a little runner going here. Little runner up to the 80s. Think it'll rebalance that 2-minute gap there. One of your trading rules you always break when my wife is in her parents' house. I tried really well. You don't break the rules, but when my wife comes back home, my risk to reward gets very bad. Dang. Let's go. All right, we got the W there, guys. We're up $77 on our fundeds. Still looking for a little bit of a runner here. This eval that you're watching, we're up $72 right now. I think we push up into the 83s. We'll see. Nice close above the 21 EMA there. Let's try to squeeze a few more dollars out of it. I really won't let it go red. You guys won't be able to see it on TikTok, but here's the P&Ls. Unfortunately, you won't see it on TikTok because it won't let me show it. What? I thought I saw some red up there for a minute. I was about to say, what the hell? But just for reference on TikTok, we traded 35 accounts right there. I think it's 35 on here. We're up about $77 on the fundeds, and then the evals are up 162, and then 3 of the fundeds are up 164. So there we go. There we go. I think I'm going to go ahead and put the stop in on this runner. Probably like risk 10 points on it here, I think. That's fine. If we get stopped out, we'll just look for a better spot to enter. I kind of mismanaged this trade because I missed my ad spot because I was paying so close attention to my fundeds. Our average really should be like 460 if I'd added correctly. So, which I did not, so it's my fault. You're in longs at 450. Let's go, Tyler. Dude, that's a great long. It's a really good long. The only way revenge trade is if you talk to your wife and your mother-in-law on the same day. Uh-oh. Maybe you got to change one of those. You got to change the mother-in-law or the wife. I'm not sure which. I'm not sure which one. I'm going to zoom in for the people over here on TikTok. A little harder to see over there. But you see what I'm saying there? Like, I was kind of wrong about that trade. But as long as you add in kind of at levels that make sense, when the ES hits a key support or Nasdaq does, you're going to be able to work your way out of it, right? So we were kind of wrong about that trade, but we still were able to work our way out of it. So if you change one, you surely change both, maybe. What are we doing on the Sunday? Converge is doing the same thing I do every night. I just don't normally show you guys. I'm normally sitting here by myself doing this alone, but you know, you revenge traded in Express the other day. Wish you didn't do that yet, dude. That's what I'm saying, Jeff. It's like a lot of times if you don't walk away, and you take a bigger loss than you should, and then like the next day everything kind of seems easier. You wish you had just walked away, right? So the only thing that sends you into revenge trades, you talk to. Oh yeah, we said that. I was thinking I didn't read that. Thinking we didn't read that. So I don't know if I'll take any more funded trades. I might, but I do think that trade took us over the 50K mark on every funded account. So let's just take a look. We were in the red for the last, I don't know, 2 months, but we've just been grinding. $50 a night. That's the goal. And just grinding. So Buell and Oxes are up about $650. The Apex accounts, the largest balance is $860. The other 20 are up between one, or the other 15 are up between $150 to $400. Just depends. And then the Take Profit Trader Pro accounts sitting at 300, 200, and 343 respectively. Yeah. I still don't have those 5 Fideas accounts activated. I was actually trying to work on that when I first got on here, and then I just kind of got sidetracked and never got back to it. I need to activate those. Yeah, I'm doing my best, Coach Fred. I'm not going to lie. Like, being on the stream tonight, I got a little bit of anxiety because I felt like my entry was a bit later than it should have been. I should have taken this first push up here. Like, we pulled back and tested the 9. I wanted the 21, but we tested the 9 and the previous day close. That should have been my trade. But unfortunately, I don't know, either that or wait for that 50 EMA or 50 level to get touched on the ES, which we did down here, and then take a little 10 or 15 point winner, right? So my entry not the greatest this evening. What up, Tech T? But yeah, we worked our way out of it. Can't complain. Worked our way out of it. If you guys over there on TikTok, if you follow me, I will follow you back after the stream. Appreciate you. Once I was red, Coach Fred, I wanted to take the trade off. I was down. I was in the red about $140 at the lowest point per account. And so, like, my personal stop loss is $250 to $300 per trade. So that's the most I've been red in quite a minute doing this evening trade. So, yeah, 150 each Tech T. It's going to cost me $750. So I just felt a little anxiety. I haven't felt that in a while. So I think it's just because, like I said, because I'm live. That's all it is. A little bit of a bear flag here on the way down. You missed the 6 o'clock open. I already told myself I was going to gamble long with a mini. Uh-oh. Let me check and make sure copy trader's off. Okay, we're good. Where was my funded entry? I entered, so we pulled back down to the 50 EMA. ES was at the 51. You can see we kind of had a little bottoming action here. A couple of candles closed just above it. So I got long right around the 60s, 67, 68 mark. And then price pulled back. You know, we took 26 points of drawdown. But I added one on this first push down, and then I added another on the second push down. So we ended up being in 3 micros. So that took my average down to like 450, 55, something like that, and I wrote it up to 75. Somewhere in there. So it was a bad entry. I should have waited for the ES to touch that key level and then entered. Or even Nasdaq. I mean, Nasdaq hit the 50. I should have entered off the 52 as well. And that's all I'm doing at night, guys. I'm not doing anything spectacular. I'm looking at support and resistance, reclaim of a key level, sweep and reclaim, just something simple. Bounce off an EMA. I mean, I'm not looking at anything crazy. You got to think about it. I'm taking 2 trades, mostly at night, 10 points-ish per trade. That's all I'm doing. So looking for $20 a trade with a single micro. And it's actually better for me if I add into it like I did tonight. That way, I make more money on the single trade like I did there. End up making $77, $78 when I normally would have made $20. Coach Fred, I am right now only trading the fundeds at night, and it's a strategic thing. I'll show you why. So I noticed that during the day, when I'm looking for only $50, I'm much more apt to get myself in trouble, right? When I'm just looking for $50. However, at night, I can have kind of a mistime entry like I did right there and still have the ability to work my way out of it, right? So let me show you here. Dashboard. We're going to go to the direct, and I'll show you kind of what I've been doing. So here, you guys can't see this on TikTok, unfortunately, but here's my last month plus of trading since I started trading at night. I started the at night on the 28th of October, right here. You can see I made $47, $1 on the 29th, 40, 102. So you can see the red days. You can just see the big red days. Only 3 red days, but 676, 256, and 494. Well, look, since then, since I've just been going at night, you see any red days in there? So like I've noticed that the consistency of doing this at night works best for me. So it's given me the ability to work out of a trade, walk away break even, small profits, or get the $50 and walk away. Now during December here, I do plan on going for $100. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Trying to move it up and go for $100. This should dump now. Yeah, I kind of think so too. We kind of bear flagged here. We touched that 21 EMA. Pushed up to touch the 21 EMA. Got a little bear flag going. Kind of coming into a little bit of a support area down here in the 440s. We might retest the 50s or 60s one more time. Coming down to the 64 EMA on the 5-minute time frame. It was excellent for me to take a short. You missed it. Let's go. So, yeah, that's the thing. And so when you're in a micro and you're looking for 10 points and it's consolidating, Coach Fred, it really doesn't expand. It makes it a little bit easier, in my opinion. So, what up on Hill? You need the price to go below the 64 EMA, then return above it with a candle stepping pattern on the 5-minute. Nice. So we're down here at the 430. I mean, this is a spot where I could look for like a quick 10 points, bounce back up. I could take a 10-point bounce here. I'll try it just on this eval. It's going to look for a 10-point bounce here back into the 440s. I think we retest 450, to be honest, but I'll look for a little bounce play. We got all this consolidation in here from Friday's action. We're top of the range from Friday as well. So I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility. Just get a little quick scalp in here for 10 points. Heck, I should try this on my funded account, but it's a little bit scary. It's okay to take it on the eval if it's scary, but the funded's, too many of those. Too many of those. 30, it's around 30 funded accounts. I mean, just don't want it to, don't want to get wrecked. I would like $20 more, to be honest, but I'd like to get to 100. But I don't have to. Yes, Coach Fred, I haven't been streaming at night for that reason. I have not been streaming at night for that reason. Just by myself, in the zone, nothing else, not thinking about anything, not trying to stream, not trying to talk to anybody. But, tonight's the first night I decided to just go ahead and stream anyway. Now that this thing's kind of broke that upper channel there, I mean, if we're looking here, we really got a lot of trend line liquidity here. Decent looking, right? It's kind of broke right through there now. This thing probably runs down into the 330s. I still think we get a bounce right here, but I do think this thing might run to the 330. I don't want to add too soon. I might pop one more in right here just to see if we can get out. Really didn't notice that trend line liquidity there. It's pretty obvious now. Let's get a retest of the 30 and I'll be out of this. So, you got 10 points. Let's go. Thomas, appreciate the follow. I'll follow you back as soon as the stream ends. Again, I think this thing's going to run down here. I mean, we got this trend line liquidity here. It's pretty nice. You got, 1, 2, 3, fourth touch. I mean, it's pretty clear it's probably going to run that. You got, like I said, you got this interest down here in the 300s. We still got a daily gap down there that's not filled. We still got a previous day close that's not been mitigated. So you got some interest down there. Let's just get out of this trade. We might take the short. I don't know. We'll see. Could have just got out there for break even. ES is also at the opening range from Friday as well. Zooming in on this so you guys can see it on TikTok a little better. Might add one more time at the 400 level. Just try to clear out of this. I thought I'd get a quick bounce there. Just didn't get it. That's why I didn't take it on my funded accounts. I'd be over here stressed out if I was on the fundeds. So let's see if this thing can squeeze right back up here. I mean, you could really get, I'm telling you, you could get that run right down into the 300s here. You really could. Price could move quickly. Probably won't move quickly, but it could. Again, guys, if you're just joining, you're just watching, you're new here, I'm not somebody who claims to win every trade. I'm not. I trade just like the everyday person does. You know, I'm going to take losses. I'm going to be wrong, and I accept that. So, dun, 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 dun. Lost penny used the 5-minute. Nice. I don't want to miss my ad here. Add a couple there. Let's just get out, break even. Just give me a little bouncy poo back into the 410s, 415s, and just get me out. Guys, technically we need like the 420. Smoker's Paradise, 420. The Smoker's Paradise. You trade on the 5-minute time frame, 15-minute. You take fewer trades that vertically. I trade 10 accounts, 15 accounts with 1 or 2 minis. Yeah, I can't trade that. I mean, like, I used to be a full mini person. I would always just trade 1 mini. But I don't know. Something in me's changed recently, and I don't know. I tell you what it was. I kind of started looking at the math. And I was like, you know, if the math ain't mathin', then I need to change something. And, like, just kind of like just from a funded account perspective, right? A lot of people don't look at this the correct way, in my opinion. So let's just say our target's $2,600. Well, if I make $50 a day, it takes me 52 days to get to payout. At 52 days, I can take out $500 times 20 accounts, right? Does that amount of money make it worth it to just go for $50 a day for 52 days? $10,000. Yes. Then, let's say you continue to make $50 a day for the next 8 days, right? Well, you're at 400. Well, you got to technically trade. Then you just need 2 more days to get it back to 500. Then you take out the 10 grand again. So every 10 days or so, you can take out the $10,000. So the math just makes sense to me. It's something that, I don't know, one day I thought about, and I was like, oh, I can just go $50 a day and make quite a bit of money per month. So that's what I've started to do. Now I'm in the building process right now, right? We got some accounts up $800, some accounts up a few $100s, some accounts just right there at break even at the starting point. But I know sometime in January, I should hit those 52 days sometime in January. So very small, tiny wicks on the 1 hour. But sometime in January, we should start hitting payouts. If we can go $100 a night, well, that takes 52 down to 26, so on and so forth, if you get what I'm saying. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to go down to, I'm trying to get $100 a night now, effectively. If we can do $100 a night, then that cuts the time down quite a bit. All right, out of those, down to 1 here. Down to 1. I don't see any reason for it to stop. I actually could target higher on this one, but not going to. 20 little 25K accounts. I have 50K accounts right now. Let's go. There we go. We're out of it. We are out of it. So up $55 on that account. Right there. You don't see the market hungry with buyers right now on the Russell, and the ES 1 hour candle wick is very small. Yeah, we'll see what happens. You only got one eval account. Nothing wrong with that. Chris, well, here's the cool thing about the 25Ks that a lot of people overlook. I'll tell you, 25Ks, you're going to have less drawdown, which means that you're going to have to be much more sniper with your entry. But the cool thing about the 25Ks is you got $1,500 in drawdown, and your profit target's only $1,500, right? So you can do the math on that. You need to make $1,600 to get a $500 payout. So if we go $1,600 divided by $50 a day, once you get there, that's only 32 days. 1,600 divided by 100 is only 16 days. So you could effectively get there in 30 traded days, and you could still take out the same amount of money. It's still $10,000 per payout. Now, after the payout, you're only going to have about $1,000 in drawdown, so you have to keep that in mind. I used to strictly only have the 25Ks, Chris. That's what I used to only trade, 25Ks, because I liked it. I could hedge them. I could long 5, short 5, and I'm almost guaranteed, it's not quite because of the intraday trailing, but I'm almost guaranteed to pass 5. So I'd long 20 and short 20 and have 20 funded, bam, just like that, pay the fees, and then start working on them. That's all you got to do. The only thing that mattered to me is what happened in the previous 1 hour. Yeah, I'm less than that, Les Benny. I really like the last 15 minutes. You know, that's what matters to me, right? Now, I mean, I was bullish kind of coming in, thinking we might push up to the 600s, and we might fake out here. I mean, if we kind of zoom out here a little bit, we might fake out. But my lean at this point is we come down, we fill the gap at the 300s, and then we push back up. That's kind of my lean at this point. Because we broke structure here. I'm not even looking at the 5 minute. Let's go to the 5 minute. See if we broke structure on the 5. Yeah, so I mean, you can look at the 5 here, and the 5 is actually cleaner, right? Clean. 1, 2, 3. Broke structure. Should hold below. So now what you could do theoretically is now you can use this gap right here for your bias, right? You could use that gap immediately or the gap above it. There is a higher gap here. So as long as we're below these two gaps, I would say at this point we're bearish, right? If we bullied back above here and we inverse this, then obviously we're going back to the 450. But now you can just simply use this gap as your bias. Bam, as long as we hold below that, we should go here. Or even if we don't feel the gap at 300, if we have decent price action, you know, this is the low resistance liquidity at 330. We should at least run that, right? At least. So, I don't, Cowboy, the 15 minutes is probably I look at the hourly. I use the 15 minute more than anything, 15 and the 5 for my bias, but I will look at the hourly in terms of inversions. So like if I'm looking at the hourly here, well, look, I mean, this tells the same story, right? Price is fractal. So this tells the same story. We have an hourly gap here. The top of the hour is 40 minutes away. But does it look to you like we're going to close below 437? Right? That would be inversing the hourly back to the downside. Yeah. And then you have all of these wicks on the hourly down here. So like, and you have an unmitigated hourly gap down at 324. A very small one, but it's there. So even on the hourly, this is still telling the same story. So we're going to go back to our 2 minute chart here. And again, I could just take a short here. I could short here. Stop really could be like 450, 50 points on a micro is not that bad. But that's kind of the thought process. Your first future account in August was 150K giveaway, but I've learned the smaller one may be the better now. Getting a little more tactical. Yeah, for sure, Chris. So this thing is about to go. I mean, we got the top of the hour. Let's see, it's coming about 40 minutes. Yeah. I'm thinking we lose that 90 level, 390. We're going to go down. We are going to go down. What up, Punisher? Oh, guys, if you did win any money from the trade day giveaway that I did last week, I did shoot your emails over to trade day. So tomorrow or the next day, you should receive an invite from trade day regarding the. It'll basically say you receive an invite from trade day from Rise. So jump over there and accept your invite. Get your money. Get your money. Mondays you trade with 5 micros. I can take as much trade as I want. Allow me to take 6 trades. I used to do that too, Lost Penny. The problem is, man, 5 micros is still a lot of size. And you can see here, we're losing the 90. I'm telling you guys, 330 is the next level. This previous day close and this open down here at the 300s. Like, I will have some interest down here for a bounce. We're going to be we'll be tapping into an hourly, and we're going to be closing the gap and touching the previous day close from Thursday, or actually Wednesday probably. So I will have long interest down here at that 300 level. I'll probably stab long there. Simon, you're in short? Let's go. Nice job. Good luck. I mean, I think the short off that 5-minute bearish gap there was a great entry. I mean, you've broke 5-minute trend line. You broke structure on the 5-minute. I mean, it's going to be a 100-point push lower. I probably should have entered short, but I don't know. I just didn't. Trade 5 micros after Monday. You could go mini on a Friday. I can't do it. Lost Penny. It's just my mental, right? My mental game there. I can't do that. Oh, here we go, pushing lower. I mean, I guess I could, you know what, let's join in. Let's go in, let's get a micro here. Let's pick up a micro. And if we get a bounce, I'll add a micro into it, looking for that push down into the 300 level. Why not? I think that's where it's going. May as well jump in, right? Obviously, this would have been the better entry. This test and close back below the 21. I really should have got short up here at 450s. Unfortunately, I was already long. But that is my technical setup at night. Come in. The water's fine. The water's fine. I like it. Let's go. Let me zoom in for you guys over there on over on TikTok. What up, Kurt? Close your short too soon. Yeah, I'm just jumping in. Listen, I probably should wait for a bounce. I know it's going to bounce. I probably should wait, but it's all right. You know, push back up into like the 405s, 415s even. Kind of would make sense, but we'll hold it. Cowboy, TikTok's fine. I mean, like, we're just chilling. We got 10 people watching over there right now. John, I'm on the 2-minute right now. The 5-minute did break structure as well, though. 50 EMA on the 15 we just hit, Kurt. Every time you are below the 16 EMA, go for the only 10 points on the short side because you were, remember the biggest move already happened. Yeah. Wednesday's high. I don't know why this only shows 3 days. Let's reload it. I'm in a late entry here, but I feel completely fine with it. I think that it's completely reasonable for us to sweep the 330. And again, I might be looking for a long bounce off the 300. So That's a really good candle there. What the hell happened? Did I get kicked off TikTok live? I guess I did. For some reason, I got kicked off TikTok live. It says your live was discontinued due to inactivity. Oh. I guess I should have pressed the button or something. We'll hit it again. Why not? We hit Friday open. Go back live on TikTok, I guess. Let's go back live, see what happens. All right. Pivot at 345. Again, I would like to have 2 on here, but if we push back up, I'll add a second. I'll add a second on a push back up. Why not? We do have nice volatility here so far. I mean, what is the range? Wow, it's nice. Looks like New York session, not Asia. Kind of does, right? Kinda does. We get a pushback up. I mean, I don't know. Where can I add at? 420 would be a great area to add, but I don't know that we get that big of a pushback up. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and add one here. I know it's too low, but I'm gonna do it anyway, and I'm gonna take it off at 50. We'll take it off at 50. See if we can get that 50 EMA. Guys, hit that like button over there on the heart button on TikTok. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm in a short now. Still in the same short. We'll see if it goes. Passed your eval, your apex, blew one an hour ago, but this one you passed. Let's go. Nice job, Mr. Giant. I mean, we could theoretically push back up into like the 420s. We could. We might add one more up here at the 400 level. Retest that 9. We'll retest the 9 there, see if we get a little retest. Zoom in here for you guys a little more. I don't want to take 4 points. Let's take like 10. So will I be streaming New York? Of course, Cowboy. 9:15 a.m. every day. 9:15 a.m. We're there. Be there or be square or something like that. Is anybody still watching Pine? Is he still in his short? Or did he take it off? Thank you, Mr. Giant. Appreciate you. Oh, man, guys, I need a new chair cushion. I don't got enough pad back there to keep me comfortable. I don't got enough booty padding. Aldo. All right, cool. Is this... Okay, Aldo. No problem. We will call you Aldo. See if ES holds below 68.42 here. It hasn't pushed back up to retest it yet. What's going on with XRP? I have no idea, Alex Nieves. I only watch Nasdaq and ES. I don't watch anything else. Get a purple on your Christmas list. What is a purple? A purple? So it's called a purple, Chris. Let me look that up right now. Is it like purple pillow or something like that? Pillows by Purple? Is that what it is? Or do I need to type in Ass Pillows by Purple? When trade days say you can have 6 accounts, do they mean funded? Francis, I think it's 3 funded. They make mattress seat cushions. Purple brand. Okay, I found it. It does look pretty nice. It's got a nice ergonomic shape. All right, out of 1. That looks nice. Okay. Let's see here. We'll get one of those. They're around $100. Yeah, it's like $75. To train your psychology, start off with 1 micro, make some profit, add 1 more. Yeah, for sure. For sure, Lost Penny. That's a great idea. Great strategy. V, we're in shorts. We are short. On the chart, not in life. See if we can get a pushback down here, re-sweep the low one more time. I think ES is going to retest that 42 again. Listen, I love a mini, Lost Penny. I used to trade mini all the time, maybe like 2 months ago, but I just blew too many accounts doing it. So if it's working for you, that's awesome. I mean, like the market volatility increased so much, you know, it makes it difficult. Trying to use like a 10-point stop to get 10 points, it's tough. V just longed. I mean, I don't hate a long down here. Like I said, I do think ES might retest 68.42. That could take us back to the 25,400 level. But if we're just looking at this ride down here that we're having, look how we just rode the EMAs. Like once they crossed here, we were just riding that 9, right? Riding that 9. riding the 9. True. If you can have 75% win rate with micros, why use minis? Yeah, that's true. I mean, really, win rate shouldn't matter based on micros and minis, but it kind of does because you're able to add into it if you need to. I don't know. It's just really up to the person, right? It's up to the person. It's telling you on the short side, short term, the next 1 hour countdown. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, 8 o'clock's coming up in 24 minutes. We'll kind of see what happens then. So we'll kind of see what happens. Holding the 9 EMA once again there. Like I said, I mean, I think it might pop above it here if we're just a little short. Maybe grab a little liquidity type deal. At what point did you feel comfortable quitting the 9 to 5 to do this full time? So, Mo, how I done it was I sold my house and, had a decent amount of savings, north of $100,000. And so I knew that I sold my house, rented a property, had my house, had my bills as cheap as they could go, less than $2,000 a month. So I gave myself 1 year and I was like, I'm going to start streaming to kind of offset the cost a bit. And if I can't make it, within 1 year, as far as profitability from streaming as well as trading, then I'm going to go back to work. So fortunately for me, I put in the hours. I streamed New York. I streamed London, and we were able to just become a full-time trader. Now, that being said, am I living off my trading money? No, I'm living off money from the affiliates mostly. Now, next year, I'm hoping that the trading funds are more than the affiliates. I said that this year, and the market just handed me my ass. Now, does that mean I'm red on the year? No, I'm green on the year. I've made 24 or 25,000 in payouts. I've spent 13.5, something like that. So not huge green, but I am green. The goal is next year to, really accelerate it, right? And so that's what I'm doing these last few months. I'm not trying to get to payout right now. I'm trying to just take the base hits, and then in January, February, then we'll start reaping the rewards from October, November, and December, So let's go, Lost Penny. But yeah, I've been very open and honest about the fact that, I live off my affiliate money due to you guys using my codes. Every time you use the code, I get a small amount of money from it, and I do appreciate it. And it allows me to do what I'm doing. I'm the only streamer that tells you how much I spent, how much I made, how much I get from affiliates. I show every account number. Typically, I show basically every trade. So I'm the only one that does that. I don't think you can name another that shows everything. Some people might show their trading profits, but they're not showing you what they make from affiliates. So that's not happening. New 5-minute candle here in what? Right now. Right now. Oh, Mo, are you hearing what I'm hearing over there? Sounds like you were Mo was straying a little bit. When do we see the Lambo? Probably never. I don't know that I'll buy a Lambo. You got to remember, I got so many kids that have to get cars. Right now we got 2 kids driving. We have 2 14-year-olds that are, their birthdays are less than a month apart. So they're going to be driving again, you know, together within the next, they'll turn 15 in what, 3-4 months here. And so, you know, I'll want to have them a car probably in 5 or 6 months. And then we'll get a little break after that. It'll be another 3 or 4 years for the next one. But yeah, we'll have effectively 4 driving kids in the next year. So it gets expensive. Your eldest turns 21 on the 12th. Nice. Nice. The oldest is 22. Anonymous, I think it should, tomorrow's price action should be pretty good. But we do also have to remember it is kind of like the first Monday after a holiday, so like it could be a little tricky. So we have the 21-year-old. Yeah, it's definitely pricey, Patrick. Patrick knows. He knows. The money adds up quick. The hands go out fast. Anyways, we'll see if this can sweep the lows. Disappears just as quick. Yeah. The money comes in and it goes out. But as long as it's going to the kids, I don't mind. You know, you're going to make the kids happy sometimes. All right, guys. I'm probably going to go stop to break even once we sweep this low. Wait a second. Why is that target still there? Did I move that up? All right, I'm going to target the 300 level here. So I'm going to go stop to break even here. And we're going to target the gap fill. I'm going to see how price reacts to that 320 level down there, 329. If we get down there and we start getting some bouncy action, then I might consider locking some in. You need a built-in toilet in your trading chair? Let's go, Lost Penny. Let's go. All right, 5 minutes pushing down. There we go. I said, this is the obvious level that we should run, right? The 330, 329 level. That's the obvious level because that's the low resistance liquidity, right? We're talked about that trend line liquidity. That's all that is. That's kind of the obvious level that we should at least get to. But in my opinion, if you're 30 points from a gap fill, then the gap fill should happen, right? Again, if I'm looking for the low-hanging fruit, I could just take it off at 329. That's still a 50-point trade. So we'll see how price reacts to that 329 level. I'm expecting price to just blast right through there, to be honest. I'm expecting acceleration through that level. Right into the 300s. Nothing wrong with that, Lost Penny. Let's go. Another 15 points. Lock it in. Lock that thing in. Why not? Holding that pivot point right there at 345 for right now. Can't close below it so far. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. If you guys are watching on TikTok, hit that follow button. I'll follow you back after the stream. Appreciate you. Got a new 15-minute candle just opened up here. You get below this low, we're going. All right, here we go. We should just sweep right through there now. Should see some acceleration. I want to see acceleration below this level. There we go. I want to see it fast. Come on. Fast. Yeah, and you see how it's kind of souping that level? It's not really like moving through there fast. So for that reason, I am going to lock some in here. I'll lock it in 34 points. $70. There we go. If we can close, okay, I was about to say if we could close heavy below that level, that would be nice, but it did not. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Gap fill is on the horizon. Finding a little resistance here. ES is at the 68.30. I don't know where the gap fill is on the ES. It's starting to work its way below that 30 level, though. If it can close below 30 here, I think we get that quick run. Like, I wanted to see some expansion below there, and we just have not gotten it. I want to see the 2-minute close below that level, too. Already 90 points in all trading Asian market. I might call it quits. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. 90 points is a great day, lost pity. So, if we get down to that 10 level, I'm going to lock in more here. If we get down to 310, 25, 310, I'll lock in some more. I don't even love where my lock-in is, to be honest, but appreciate the follow there, Evan. Let's see this expansion here. Come on, get through there. There we go. Get below that low there. We should see some acceleration. There we go. Again, down to the 10s. I'm going to lock in that probably 30 level. Oh, goodness. How's everybody over there doing? No green candles on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, this thing's pushing down. I mean, even on the 2-minute, you're not even seeing any green candles on this push down. I'm trying to hold for the gap fill, but I am getting tempted to take it off. I'm okay with a little pop here, but I don't want it to push through there. You're terrible as a scalper to add to your position. You're good at to add to my position when I'm swing trading. Oh, I got you. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Jay Christo, I think we're going to fill the gap at 303.50. Previous day closed down there 299.75 from Thursday's gap fill, I believe. It might be Wednesday's gap fill. These levels did not get hit yet. They're from last week. So we do have open interest down here at these gap fill levels. So that's what I'm targeting. Like I said, I expect a bounce out of this level here. I think you're going to get a bounce out of that level. So all right, pushing back up now. I may have to move my stop back to break even. I'm going to move the stop back, guys. I think this thing hits those levels. I just don't want to get stopped out on just a wild wick here. But I manually mark out these open and close prices every day. All right, Aldo. We'll see you. And the only reason why I flipped short, like I was bullish coming into the open, but I flipped short bias once 5 minute broke structure, right? As soon as 5 minute broke structure, that was kind of my sign, like, that we're probably going to go down and at least run to 330. That's a good candle. Could maybe put in a little 2 minute order block here. I could move my stop down at that point, but I don't know that I will. We're up $115 on this single micro on this trade. If it hits our target, it'll be an 83-point trade. So $132, I think. No, more than that. 160,246. I don't know, like 165. $166, I believe. I do stream every day on YouTube, guys. If you want to join me on YouTube, it's Methodical Man on YouTube, same as it is here on TikTok. I'll put it in the description of the video starting tomorrow. It's not in there now, but if you want to join me over there, you can. I am live right now on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Yes, and I mate, for the next 10 years, I'll be able to open my robot strip club for my retirement. The robot's going to be so realistic, it will be excellent for business. Maybe it could potentially happen. It could potentially happen for you there. Anybody short over there on TikTok? Anybody short over here on YouTube's? You guys short? And I don't mean like your height. I mean like your entry here. Are you short? That's the first green candle on the 2 minute chart in what? The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. You know what it's going to, I was about to say, it's just going to blast right in there when it gets ready to. I'm going to front run this by like a point. Market doesn't want a war in Venezuela. What's going on over there, DA? I could really move my stop down to here and lock in 335. It's basically $100, but I don't know. 1 hour candle on all the markets, the Russell, the ES, and the Nasdaq, everything on the Friday market. Come on, push it through there. And like I said, I could see a long off that 299 level. I really could, but I'm not going to. You can see how it's kind of building structure below that 329 level. I mean, I do like that. So we do have 8 o'clock coming up here in 5 minutes as well. It could pop at 8 o'clock. It could. But I'm thinking of sweeping that 300 level first. New 5 minute candle right now. Can you guys even hear me? Oh, y'all do hear me, don't you? Again, I want to see this thing just blast right through that 300 level here. Lucid Flex, you can only take out 50% of the profits. Yeah. Then that's your buffer, Tyson. That's what it is. You can open a robot security company. Each one looks like your wife. Yeah, I know y'all hear me, Donovan. I was talking about... Oh. You got to be effing kidding me. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. 285 is a prior low. Yeah, I'm looking at 299.75 as a bounce spot. Look at that thing, guys. That came within 3 ticks and bounced. Meta circle. What is that? Come on, push it down there. That was quite rude right there. It's quite rude. Hey, Putinhead, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that. You guys believe that? That is insane. Did it hit it on the regular NQ? Meta circle, please. I don't know what that means. Can I check with Mira and circle? I don't know what the hell that is. You got me. I'm sorry, Calpesh. It bounces 100 points. It might. It could. Dude, it's been doing that, right? It's been like coming so close to the gap fills and just ripping back up. So. I really should move this down lower now because, you know, if it's going to run back through there, it's going to probably. So we'll see. Yeah, I would be looking for a long off this area, to be honest, but. Just being patient. It should hit it. It should get it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. I looked away for a moment. 50% takes it to the 420, so that'll knock me out. If this is the low, yeah. Did I get any accounts on sale? Tyson, I didn't pick up any because, like, I don't know, after thinking about it, I mean, I'm going to have 43 funded accounts when I finish what I'm currently working on. So I didn't add any more. I wanted that Lucid Flex. I'm going to get 3 of those for sure. But I really didn't add anything else because after thinking about it, I was like, man, I really need to concentrate on the accounts that I'm currently working on. So, oh man, that's so annoying. And I front run that 303 level on purpose so that this didn't happen. And it still happened. ES is retesting 68.30 here. I don't know where the gap fill is on the ES. I don't have it marked out. There we go. Top of the hour here. Come on, flush it. Send it right through there. Don't be rude. Guys, would it be crazy for me to put a long for a bounce off 300? $50K, Tyson. That's the only accounts I'm looking at right now. $50Ks. I'm wondering if I want to put a long in here. Nah, better not. All right, come on. This is your time to shine, Nasdaq. Hit my target. Hit it. 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 Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. I might scalp for a little 10-pointer right here on this little push back up. Boom. Hit the 10-point right quick, too. I'm telling you guys, I know these levels. These are my levels. Your brother-in-law and sister-in-law is coming over for dinner tomorrow. Your house is the only house all the way to South Halloween celebration. Oh, look at that bounce there, guys. I'm telling you, these levels, they play out a lot. Look at that nice bounce. I would not be shocked. Now, we filled the gap. We hit the previous day close. I would not be shocked. This is going to push up into the 340s at least, I would say. So I would think that target up there, 344, at least probably is on deck. I don't know what you're asking for, Calpesh. Can I check and circle? I don't know what that means, man. It just retested that 330 level and then couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. What should you do now? Nothing. I mean, I think that's the I think that's the trade right there. If you're not long right now, not much to do. I do think that's the short target. Could we go lower? Sure, but I don't really think we will. I think we might bounce from here. Kind of what who was that, Coach Fred or somebody talking about? Maybe re-mitigate this level up here. And I also wouldn't even be shocked for us to push back up from here to make new highs. I really would not be shocked. There's a lot of times this previous day at close and open level become the high and lows of the day during New York and Asia. So a lot of times they do. So we'll look and see what happens. Full pace. I mean, I would long if I'm looking for. I would already have been long. I took a long there. You know, if you get another retest, you could take it, but this thing could push lower. I mean, I don't know. It's no guarantee, right? No guarantee here. There's no guarantee. What's our P&L here? Let me see. We are up $336 on this account tonight. I'm sorry, $309.90. 309.90. That's a pretty solid micro trading night. Yeah, no guarantees candle by candle. That's right. And then we did not take any other trades other than that one long where we are super glad that we got out of that because holy smokes, that could have been bad. But we were able to work our way out of it. And we're all green. We're all green. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream here on TikTok. Appreciate you guys watching over there on TikTok. If it didn't already end it. Did it end it? No. Appreciate you guys watching the stream, and we'll see you next time. Hit the follow button on the way out. I will follow you back. Follow for a follow. I'll see you next time over there on TikTok. In my TikTok stream. There we go. We ended it. You're not taking any long position until we get above the 6.4 EMA. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where that is, Lost Penny. I just know that, like, you know, like right here, the previous day close, you can see that was 7 points of drawdown with a 30-point bounce. I mean, that's an excellent, excellent area to buy. So if we can kind of break structure, get back above this 44 level here. If you're looking at the 5-minute, you got a gap here. We get back above that 5-minute gap, we start our way back up. And then you just take your targets level to level, right? There's a wick sitting inside a fair value gap. We inverse, that's target 1. There's another one sitting up there inside a fair value gap. That'd be target 2. If ES can reclaim the 30 level here, that'd be your first order of business. ES gets above the 30, I think we hit the 344s, and you just take it level to level, right? I think we're going to chop and go sideways from here until 10. You could be completely right, Lost Penny, because this is the time of night where price starts to slow down. I like to be done by 8 o'clock on my evening trades. If you're stuck in a trade in this time of night, you're going to be stuck into it for a minute, you know. You're going to be stuck into it for a minute. Now, it could be a situation where, like you say, it just grinds. Okay, moves up, grinds, moves up, grinds. I mean, like, you know, it's certainly not going to be that clean price action like we got on the way down there. So, ATR's at 27. Yeah, that's insane, isn't it, for this time of night? So, now if we lose that 290 level, you know, zoom out a little bit here. We lose this 290 level. We got a lot of consolidation in here. We kind of lose these lows down here, 286, 290. I mean, you get below there, and I mean, it's all bets off, right? All bets are off. So we'll see. We'll kind of see what happens. Oh, appreciate you, Lost Penny. Thank you for watching. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it here. If you guys haven't already hit that like button for me, subscribe. If you're not yet subscribed, we'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. For the New York Open. Thank you guys for rooting me on. I'm glad that we were able to lock in some profits. So appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.
Nasdaq's a tricky trader, beware the fall. Technical tools may help, but watch your wall. Hirami candles flicker, inversions come and go. Protect your cash, don't let it all blow. Nasdaq's a nasty girl, don't go full port. She takes your cash in a flash, be careful with your heart. The opening range trade still bangs, but stay alert. Methodical man prefers inversions, get your cash and protect your